Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning. I'm President today. We're back with some more SpellRogue because I haven't been playing it in a while and I need to go back and actually do a new run with this new setup that we actually have, which is going to be really interesting. So we got the Double Gale. Did do it on stream, had a really good run with it, but there have been some changes and all sorts of stuff like that, so some balance differences, but I don't think they affect this character overall. But yeah, we're going to have some more fun and we're going to try it out. Don't want the movement. I think the Cascade normally is quite good, just in general, for like the +1 effect on all sorts of other things. So we'll still keep that because, again, I think it's just the best for now. Still descent, no descent on there. We're not going to bother with that. I'm just going to jump in. But yeah, currently it is very late at night and I can't sleep. So as I cannot sleep, this is what we're going to do for the day. Now, I could go and do the whole secret event thing, but we're going to leave that for another day, I think. We'll go this way anyway. I think so. We'll leave that for another day. With me. Okay, sorry about that. Just had to double check some of the sound settings. Getting some crackling on my headset, which is probably the headset's fault. I'm not sure it's coming through on your guys' end for some odd and unapparent reason. But anyway. So yeah, we can replicate spells with this, which is kind of cool and a good idea as well. So that is exactly what we're going to do. They just replicate into another effect, which is kind of nice. And we can kind of force that to happen on repeat in particular ways. So, yeah. Do that there. I'll just put a 1 and a 1. So what I want to do with this, because we did have a good run with it last time, I want to do something interesting where I can just like replicate the die to have an effect and just use it on repeat. But I want to like get more value out of them, and we had such a good run on stream that I don't know if I can beat that. But we'll see. We'll see what we can do. We will figure something out anyway. Twin Shield, I do like it. It's very interesting. Focus Blast is also a nice one, especially with if you get ones, you can apply the Conduit, which would just help out ramp up damage. I will probably take the Focus Blast because it is still pretty good. And I guess we'll go to here. And then we get an early shot maybe. Extra gold can be quite worth it. But yeah. Well, we've got the 1, might as well use the 1. Roll that. That goes in there. Deal damage to that thing. Again, apply the 1. And then I think we just do this to get the roll. Get some armor. Cool. Get more armor? Or do we just attack? Fully defending is a good idea. Yeah, for those that don't know with the event, might as well kind of like let people know, because I think it is a nice thing to at least be aware that that's what you got to do. Essentially, you got to go for the purple event thing. So when that appears, that's what you got to do. Attack that thing, so I want to get that out of the way. Do the 6 damage to you, just so we don't have to worry about you. One has to go in there. Do this again. You then, in the second area after defeating elites, you've got to have a spare shard. Also got to buy a special potion from the shop after going to the event thing, so you've got to do a shop thing. And also kill a boss with a special spell that you pick up from facing a special elite. And then you basically get all the bits you need to be able to do the thing you need to be able to do. Which is, yeah, complicated. But not that hard to figure out, which is kind of nice, you know. Ether Core is interesting. I might actually just take that just for the gain there in the Cascade. Because we get this to work, it's really good. Cloud Step is always fairly interesting. Kind of like it. And it's good armor gain, to be honest. And plus you got the upgrade for this. Like, that's actually pretty good. But it's too much shifting. I'm not really going for a shifting build. I'll take the Ether Coil as guarantee, and then we'll go to the shop. Pick the shard up. So yeah, if you go to this special event, and then you go to a shop, you get to find like a special potion, and then yeah, it kind of just goes through that phase. Equals to 3 times that. Shifting again. Gaze from beyond. Ferromagnetism is always pretty good if you get it working, but you need to do damage with it. I don't feel like I actually do any damage. The Ionize could be interesting as well, or reducing it down, but yeah. Every second one is re-rolled. Every 10 spells cast get full fury. Gain tenacity, but only can block 4 times. We're going a defensive build, folks. We're going a defensive build. Let's leave. And do we want to apply this to something? I might as well. Shifting mechanic, interesting. Could do that to get extra charges out of it or extra attack. I think just rolling an X die is actually pretty good. Or do we just get an extra charge on that? I think the extra charge. Just go the extra charge. I like the extra charge just because I can kind of like force stuff to go the way I want it to a bit more. You know? You get more, not extra charge, you get extra dice because I can just basically like chuck this in there. It can go 2 spaces so we deal the damage. And I get like 2 die back, so I'm actually like gaining. It's like a net positive every time. We do have the 7, so let's do that. I don't need to defend, but then we can apply both of these on this guy. He then takes some more damage as well. This looks like me electrified. And again. I should get armor if I can. But part of me is also very greedy, so yeah. Deal damage. 2, 2, 3, and 4. Apply the 1. Now we really should just have a kill. Did not go in the one I wanted it to. That did. Gain the armor here. So I can apply that. Gain the armor. Attack for 6. And attack for 1. I do like the Ether Coil. It's like really expensive, but it's actually pretty good still, like, even then. Ooh, Pierce. Kinda cool. Times 2 damage. Don't mind that. This. Guarding Zephyr. Kinda cool. The, minus countdown stuff for the next spell is actually pretty good considering we've got this spell already with the Ether Coil. So we get defense and start charging it up. I might pick this up. Just because of that, maybe. I'm not too sure. Now let's gamble. Gambling might have been a good idea. I think we take the cage here. The cage is really good defense for enemy gain and stuff like that. I guess this comes out for now for the Ether Coil, but we put that in there and that goes back in. The Focus Blast, I think, is the better spell I have. Lose the Everguard. I gain a shard. We'll just spend 30 gold. Go gain 30 gold and choose to gain a potion. I want to keep the Everguard. I think I might need it. So give me a random potion. What are you going to give me? Deal damage, lifesteal, or mana fall. Take lifesteal. Buffing my die with status effects is going to be a really big thing with this build because of the duplication already, right? So it's kind of it's the thing that I really want to be able to get on repeat. There you go. Instantly just got the 20 armor from that. Don't know I put the 1 in there, I was putting in the wrong one anyway, but let's do that, get some more 1s and stuff, deal damage. Do that there. Do I just keep attacking this guy? Just dealing the damage, like on repeat? Now get the kill on that. Get the kill first, and then we'll just get a bit of armor. No, we don't even need the armor, but... It's interesting. Oh, I put broken on that. Not a good idea. Actually, it's not really that bad, because, like, even with the broken being on it, like, the duplication of the ones and stuff, and things like that still actually affect this. Or, like, and I figured out, like, broken could be useful in other ways. So there is that effect. Gain more armor. And don't have any more ones. So I guess we're just dealing normal damage then, aren't we? So we got 7, which can't gain more of the other thing either, so... Pass turn. Yeah, I probably broke into it again. Yeah, do that. See, that's what I was looking for. That dies. It's like 8 damage, and then the kill. Cool. But what are we gonna go for? Ah, see, Windcrest is something I quite like the idea of. Just because that's going to help gain other stuff, plus also rolls a die for itself. So that will swap out for the Ether Coil for now. I'm going to choose to try and gain a spell. I would like something really good here. Setting a random die to 3 or 4 is kind of interesting. But not really. That's kind of cool. That is we'll reroll. An Echo. After image. I did say these sort of die are really good. So I get 2 die that are equal to each other, or I can roll a random die, and I'm going to get like 2s, 3s, and 1s on repeat quite a lot just because of what I'm chucking in here, right? So we put 2 2s in here. We roll a 6. So I want to see how this works. Okay, we now know how it works. So whatever it rolls gets duplicated in the stuff next to it, is it? Or just... Remove Echo, replicate the die into adjacent spells. Oh, only if it can be played, though, is the thing I see. It's a 6. I'm never playing that now because of that. Unless that can kind of force the issue. Guess just gain some armor at least, so we're not too worried about it. We need to gain the potion? No. I need another 6 to go in here now, so I don't get one. I'm kind of doomed. I need to get the 6. Cool. We get a 4, so we could just do this. But positioning with this is going to be more important now to figure out. I think. I gain 1 more bit of armor, so we'll do that. And then we'll attack with this. Go that much there. And I need to defend, so we'll use the potion. I'll pass. It still took 4 damage even with that. Delightful. Let's do 2 1s, chuck them in there, we get a 4, do that and that. Deal damage. Do that again. Put that in there just so I have more armor coming my way. Do that. Another 1. I really should actually, like, improve this a lot more. And get more armor. I want to make sure I just have, like, a stockpile of armor at all times. I think that's going to be a good idea with this, and a better way of going around it. So again, we should get more armor with that. Duplicate this somewhere. Go damage. A 3 and a 3. Get a 2. I do like the fact I get to apply this repeatedly with the focus blast, because it really does stack up the damage with the conduit effect. And like once you get down to like one thing, it also absolute AoE stuff down as well. It's really good. Receive weak. Do I care about weak? Kind of. I need to be able to deal damage in some way, shape, or form. I think I might swap this out for that then, if that's the case, because that we can get the application on repeat from there. Or is this better? I think that's better. Because that way, when I do the after image, it repeats the die in there and this, because it goes adjacent, right? Into adjacent spells from repeats and plural. And then Wind Crest could be something we can put in as well. And then this gets pulled down. Let's take the issue die on odd turns, I think. I think I care about weak enough to not want to take it. Okay, now what are we going to get here? So the Zephyr's Touch. We have a 3 + 4 to all odd die. The mantra, which is always quite useful. Silver Lining, which I do like, but we're going to reroll because there's normally only one spell I want. Did not get it, so I guess we're taking Overclock. Which is going to be a very interesting thing to worry about. It's got a good defensive spell, and it being like really expensive probably isn't that bad, but I do need to start gaining more more static if we can. Right. Now where are we going this time round? Rally shop again? Might as well go this way, take the ritual stone, and then carry on. So 2 sets of 3 can go in there. This starts this off, which doesn't help me. Guess I do that. Does that? Yeah, that should duplicate it as well, right? I should duplicate it quite well. So that one can go in there. We get the 3, which you don't want to use, I guess, but we have to. So yeah, this needs to be kind of useful in some way, but I'm not going to be able to I'm not going to be able to use it as much as I want to. If I put 3 in there, it goes to 9. We don't have enough, so this is the better choice of my stuff. I should always use this if I can. Gotta remember to do that. No, nice. You still apply, right? Yeah, cool. Not what I wanted to happen, but okay. Apply that to you, do the attack. You get the dodge, but you still take the damage. I'm just going to do that straight away, just so I don't have to worry about it later. Did that apply the 2, like, twice? Interesting. I'm intrigued. That and that. And we'll just sit back, I guess. Yeah, every time we use a utility spell, we're having issues, so... Is he just dodging the conduit every time? Is that what's happening? 1. I don't know if that's working in the way I think it's meant to, but I'm not going to complain. Yeah, on how fast you gain the dodge. So I deal like 2 damage and it dodges the conduit effect, which is weird for some reason. No idea why it keeps doing that, but you know what, I'm not going to complain. And like, then it takes it from there. Like, yeah, late night, I'm not concentrating enough. Magnetize or Tornadomancy. We did this last time with Tornadomancy. I like the idea of it, but, yeah, we're not going to get the repeat effect on there that much, I don't think, with this build. Focus Blast is kind of my only offense at the moment. Overclock is kind of like our other spell, which again is focusing on the conduit. I do need to get something else that's gonna... I think we'll get Magnetize. Right? And then what I can do is kind of like almost force 4s to go in one particular place. We need this to be triggered anyway, so that's like a must on there. I'm doing this. And then we just need something to an extra defensive tool. So we're looking for defense, and let's go to this shot. That's good for late game. Power gain on this as well isn't bad, but again, it's kind of late game stuff. Dodge isn't bad, unrestorable though. What does it do? At the start of turn? Yeah, start of each turn you gain static. So it does give me eventually some good armor on it. I'll pick it up. I think it's worthwhile. And then we'll disenchant... Witch Wind? I think Sigil Bomb, like, I don't think it's that good. And that isn't enough. So, Windcrest goes, or Magnetize? Okay. Windcrest is good, because I could enchant 2 die and then use them more often, right? This is good in the sense that it does what my setup wants to do, which is apply lots and lots of conduit. So I want that. This is my defense when we start gaining static, and we are going to gain static passively with some of the build-up stuff we have. Focus Blast will eventually probably become useless if we swap that out for that. Anyway. And then we just rely on the static to deal the damage on repeat. But having little bits of chip do help out. I guess the Magnetize is probably not the best. I'm going to regret that later, but I really want to get this, so... Every 3 attack spells gain block, every 10 spells apply disc... See, the discontent is not really that great. Half-life or less, heal 12. Oh, I guess we'll take Lifeblood. We'll take it. And then we'll go to the Ritual Stone. Morph target spell. We can gain some potency, that wouldn't be bad. Or Crisis Orb. I'll take the Crisis Orb. Yeah, the Crisis Orb. I think that's going to be useful in the sense of, like, I need some emergency defense. Turn 1 gain Fortify, or turn 2 gain Fortify. Less than 8 spells. Lowest type becomes an Ether turn. It persists and it does extra stuff. It does help out with what I want. Because, like, countdown stuff is what they have the issue with. So let's do that. I'll take the bell. Right. So this one will have a countdown on it, or A1 will have a countdown on it, which is kind of like what we're waiting for. So we apply this cage, so we get our armor. Deal the damage with this. Duplicate this die. 2 2s. Check that and that in there. Get a 1. Brilliant. Is that what was happening with this? Because it was duplicating the die into the spell, it duplicates them twice, because it was just what it should be doing. Cast that. Gives me armor as well, so at least don't take damage. Now this will start lowering stuff down, and then we got an extra die as well to spend if we need to for emergencies. I have to do this just so I can get the armor. Good thing that kind of went in there. And I just cast this again, right? Like, I could wait to get to 4, but I'm like, I kind of just need the armor every turn. Lots of 1s. I guess we'll do that. Apply that. Apply it to you now as well, so we can start doing some cool stuff. Put the 1 everywhere. Did not have anything on there, so we just got to survive on the armor we already have, so cast that. Apply this, and this, and this. Pass. I think we're okay. I don't think we're in a bad state. Just, very difficult to deal with. One damage. Put you in there. And then that and that for the 8 to do that. And then deal damage. I mean, it's 2 6s, so might as well take it. A 1 and a 1. Yeah, I'd say the 5 has to go there anyway. I'm very not too sure again with this build. Like, I think it's good, right? But I feel like I don't do enough. Or is that just me? Okay, so it didn't do it that time. Didn't repeat the thing in that spell. I'm so confused. If someone's smarter than me can explain it, go ahead. Hammer, interesting. Pierce? I do like Pierce. The extra reroll is always nice as well. And the damage. I'm going to reroll those. I want something really good. But Magnetize back if I want to take it. Arc is pretty good as the spell we're trying to use as well for the like the magnetized bonus, for like the conduit bonus, because it hits 2 things, right? That's kind of what we want. I just go Windcrest and just go the whole build without that. We'll go Arc here. I think it's better than this, just for pure damage purposes. And then, like, this is great later, but not immediately. Because like it doesn't allow me to hit multiple foes, and I think like yeah, like this fight was going against multiple foes. So if we get the overclock working, then we can actually like do stuff with it as such, right? Do the potion here. So before we do anything, gain the armor. That's the main thing. And then we do this. 2 3s. So we can at least pop the 3s in there, get the spell back. Or 1. 2 more 1s. Now we can put the 2 in here. And then, did we just deal the damage? No, we set this up. But the overclock is good for like defense, and eventually it'll be really good when it gets -3 every turn. Or we get other. I think we should go for other generation effects. Armor up. So that's really good because that helps out there. Just start setting this up. And cast that because of defense. Deal damage. That also does the damage twice. Use the 6 to gain the armor. Use the 3 to apply this and gain more armor. Apply the conduit to you. Don't have a 5 is the issue. I'll set that up there. I guess we'll just pass the turn. I still got enough armor anyway. The good thing with this is to get 3 and 3, so I don't need to use it every turn. And then like if I get like 1 extra turn, I get an extra armor out of it. So there are reasons to kind of like not always do that. We've got the armor as well. That's a 3. It's on you. Roll that. It's 2 more 4s. Do the attack. Use that. Let's lower that down, then attack you again. And I guess we'll cast this just to make sure we don't take any damage from this turn. These horrible crones. No, this one can get rerolls. We don't need any more of those. 3 went in there, so we'll do that. And then set that up with 2 4s. 4 goes there as well. We'll upgrade you to have more stuff done to you. Use the 6 to go there as well. I'm fully defended without having to defend anymore, so again, yeah, do that. It's weird with this that I only really get, like, so I generate 4, but I only gain 3 on the countdown, and then it minuses the rest of those, so that's kind of frustrating sometimes to deal with. But hey, I'm not gonna moan. I'm not gonna moan. That'd be terrible to keep moaning about it. I'll just apply that. Five, nice. That's the thing I was hoping it would do. Do we just try and kill this guy off as he's doing a lot of damage? I think so. It came to that point where it was worth doing that. I don't think I've got a strong build, but I think I've got a consistent one. I think some messing around with my setup as well would be a good idea. Let's kill that. I do laugh when that happens and it just goes straight into the one thing you don't want it to. Well. And then this is where the arc is a bit kind of pointless. Because it doesn't actually do anything anymore. I take one shit damage. And we get the kill. I'll take my shard, we'll move on. Deal X damage, target attack is minus change to spells, that'd be pretty good. Apply. I like this again, in the sense that it's kind of better than what I was planning to use the other one for. I do get ones and stuff, so... Let's put this in. As another way to kind of like guarantee we have that, plus any sort of 1s and 2s, 4s and 6s go in there. I want this to be in here. This is going to be a way to gain this, to gain that, and gain back, so... Gain its utility. I think it's better utility than the Ether Core for now. Even if it is only the once. I get it triggered. At which point this is better to go in there. Let's see how this does. Like, I like the passive damage I get from static, but I don't ramp up enough to make it worth warranted, and having the karma effect doesn't really work either, right? So we'll just do this for the armor first, I guess. And just try and get some stuff happening. Do that and that. Get 5, so... That gave me 3 on there, cool. I should use this so I at least get a little more armor. That 6 goes there immediately. That 4 goes there. We can apply the conduit to you. The arc does the damage. Apply that again. Do it again. Can't get any armor off that, so we don't need to worry about it for now anyway. More conduit effects. Yeah, it affects everything, why not? I have to put this in here just because of what's going to happen otherwise if I don't. That go there. That 2 goes there. That 3 can be used there. Actually, with the X on there is a reason why I'd want it now, isn't there? And I guess we'll just gain some armor to make sure we don't die. I think Everguard is really helping me survive these fights when I can't actually gain armor any other way. It's a small thing, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of really saving my backside. So, 2 and 5. That's disappointing, but okay. Yeah, maybe with this we do go the other route instead. Just the one applies it. Muffled. Oh well. We're just going to let all my conduits stack up and deal damage that way instead. Much more efficient and effective. Yeah, I was going to say that's going to land right on the one I don't want it to. Ah, 6. I was gonna say, like, does that repeat in itself? No. Shame. Yeah, but for science, we gotta figure these stuff out. That's a really good defensive spell. Pretty much the ideal one I want as well. This is the best way to go about it. These two really work really well together, and I think After Image is really good. This is really good. This isn't. If I go this route. Which is defensively, I don't want this either. You want to go this one instead. Right? But swap those over this way round, I think. To guarantee that when I put stuff in here, it duplicates to there, or this way round. I'm try getting another spell. I want something really good. Spend, no, spend, no, spend, no. We'll reroll. Oh. Gain 4 armor. Last attack was that. Gain that and roll. Interesting idea. I like it. I'll pick it up. It's worth disenchanting later. Let's face off against this guy. I've got my special potion. I really should drink this and just use it. There we go. We drank the potion. Now, what are we doing here? What's the first move? What do I need to do? Ones are still going to be useful for this, right? But with 6s and stuff, we want to trigger this quickly first, so... I put 2 3s in that to trigger that first. So now when we apply this, it applies it quite heavily. And the same with getting armor as well. Like, I gain so much from this one cast that it's actually worth doing it. And then just do this as well for the exact same thing. And now I start getting armor from this also, because we start getting static. Cool. I want to keep the 3 for defense, so we'll use the 2. Cool. Gain 15 armor. This can just go somewhere. It just goes here for now. I really should use the one anyway, if I get ones and stuff that actually have this on the ether, because otherwise I'll recast it on the ether every single, like on this every single time. Now, I'm just going to use this straight away, because that's a 5 in now, which is really good. Use a 3, because we already have one of them. I went straight into the one thing I didn't want, really, but okay. Do that again. We do have enough. But not enough with just one cast. Okay. Actually, we do. So that, and then that. Then we apply this. Conduit, you're going to have great fun when this starts going off as well. So the true random stupidity of my builds. We'll do this. We get a die next turn extra. This still applies, but there's no point doing it if we want to attack, so we'll attack. Do the damage. Do that again. Do that again. Oh, I should have defended. Cast this here now, then. It is funny. I still haven't used this either, like, at all, but 13. Again, that's why the Cascade is so good. Is why the Cascade is so good. And I'm just trying to stack up as much armor as I can get, so I think it's going to be useful to do that. I think we'll hold on to this for now. Like, we will keep getting more and more of the electrified as well, so it is kind of, like, working out for us. So it's not all bad. Oh, I could have put the 5 in there. Guess go that and that. Let's do that. Get the armor. Cool. And apply this. Then deal the damage. Phew. That's at 20 by itself, so that's still quite a lot. I think this is one of those ones where it's just going to take ages to do. Again. Cast. Do this first. There we go. Yeah, so it kind of just fed back into itself, so it's kind of like what I want more than anything else. Then like this, we can just get the attack and everything else going off. First, though, we want to do this to gain the armor, and then the thing for next turn. Then we cast this, triggers both of those. Deal the damage. Trigger this. Do it again. Do it again. Trigger 3 somewhere. Trigger this, so we have at least more coming our way. Give that die. You put this in there. That goes a lot further. It's all about where you put your stuff, isn't it? That's all we really care about. And they have like 118 armor, so like, I'm not in the fear of dying. I'm just going to let everything do what it needs to. Yeah, this build defensively is really good. Offensively, not so much. So I'll have to work on that. So do that, get the 5. And attack. I guess we just do that and that for now. Put the 4 in there to fully get lots of armor. And then just use both the 1s. And trigger that. To deal damage, kill you off. You get taken out as well. Apply more there. Put the 1 somewhere. Lots of 1s. Guess I'll take the small amount of armor I can get from that anyway. Oh, it does jump everywhere. Or it's actually, no, it attacked twice. I do like that I have a good amount of like block pool set up for this. Give me my 15 armor. I worked hard for it, you know. Just do that and that. Put that in there again. I'll start working on the 1 guy, because I think that's better than trying to spread the difference as such, right? So I thought I could maybe get the kill on that, but no. Just need a 5 or something that we can be good with. Got a 5. 6 can go in there. Landed perfectly. The 2 goes in both of those. Then trigger this with the 1. Trigger that with a 1. Trigger that with a 1. Do that and that. Deal the damage. To you, I guess. That jumped around exactly the way I kind of wanted to, almost. And then do the same there. The fun sniper build. We're like, I don't know what's going on, but we're doing it. 1 die less each turn, but I apply greater statuses to myself. Do I just take the ley line? I should die consistently. An extra die is really useful. Applying the statuses, though, to myself is just, like, really big. And getting +1 to everything, so I can't turn that down. Whispering Gale with a morph attached to it. Interesting. Can be really good in some cases, bad in others. Tempest Lash. Prickling Air, I think I take that, actually. So that's going anyway. I think this just isn't in the build anymore, so I'm going to get rid of it while I can. Which means Windcrest can also go for the same reasoning. The Prickling Air is pretty much the focus blast of what I want, so we'll take that. Swap that out for that, so now Arc can go as well. And we should upgrade this to either apply more or deal the damage twice. I want to do the damage twice because it's just so much bigger output. And then maybe we swap these 2 around in particular ways. Have to have a think about it. We are a bit low on other stuff. We have a shop, and we'll go for the early shop. Let's go buy. What we got here? Galvanic Fling. Again, it works really well with what we're trying to do. It's 7 though. Spent 2 to repeat twice. Have used it before. Works out really well. I mean, it's another way for me to kind of like duplicate my damage and stuff, and Dark Arts could be another way to do that as well. So we just rely on this for defense, say, get rid of this for now. Put that in. And then like Dark Arts for the damage for like the turn. No, I need this to keep this triggering. So maybe After Image comes out. I like After Image. I thought I was going to have a fun time with it, but I guess we're just going for like a... Replicate into adjacent spells. Okay, my brain is thinking here. So, this replicates into adjacent spells, right? So we do this, this, and this. I need this for my armor rating. This might be the only thing that comes out now. Maybe. Do I want to put the Dark Arts in this as well for a stupid time? I need this to keep the static gain. Just to trigger this again. No. Okay. We'll do it this way. We'll leave that for now, not worry about it, and carry on. To make sure that we can't back out, we're going to disenchant the stuff and buy a relic. Every 10th attack spell. Gain guard, apply rupture to an enemy. That could be pretty good. Oh no, -1 countdown to all things is way too good to pass up. And let's go. Let's go. It's a dumb build. My brain probably is not making this as efficient as it could be, but I want to do some cool stuff, so that's what we're going to do. So, first things first. Do that. Okay, we got our armor for that, so that's pretty good. We are set for that. So we could just pass a turn here. We're done, pretty much. But, so this does that, duplicates it. That then goes somewhere else as well. But that's really good. And then you get to do the same thing again, like if you want to apply all the stuff. I just want to deal the damage though, to try and make sure that we don't end up having issues, and apply this so we've got the thing going for it. And then I guess I do want to put that in there, and it gives 1, so it's still good enough. Because it applies 5 to something, and that's still good. And then we pass turn. So you got the spell mirror. So, do Dark Arts on you. Duplicate that. Do that again. And then 10 on that. Gain the 6 off that for the 16. I'm still not taking, taking too much damage, but if we're taking too much damage, let's just embrace it, shall we? Kinda cool, I guess. Play that first. I can't attack with that. That's the only problem, right? They've already got defense set up, so whatever they're doing... Frenzy. Oh, great. Apply that there. That's the 3 on the countdown, so that's still pretty good. Yeah, maybe the Voltaic binding is a little bit too slow, or do we get rid of the Dark Arts? I think that's the question, isn't it? Like, do we get rid of the Dark Arts because of the fact that it's kind of awkward, too awkward to use? We trigger this first. Keep the 1s, use the 2. 5 and 6 can go into there. And then... I just want to gain armor. Okay, I need to gain some armor some other way. And I think Dark Arts is the thing we get rid of. Like, it's good now, but the setup of it is really horrible to try and start with. Like, if I don't gain, like, everything I need, like, I just have a terrible time. Should've done that first, oh well. So, yeah. It's not the best. Not as good as I would want it to be. They do take a lot of damage. I will admit that they take a lot of damage, but it's just... yeah. Or Cascade, that's really good. Oh. Echoing Wind. Yeah. Okay. I went back on my defense, I really shouldn't have, but... this is not good. We need other ways to attack. Or at least, like, gain stuff. I think Echoing Wind is fine, because the 3s go in there. Odds do that. 4s can go in there manually anyway, or from this. Haven't got an upgrade for this, though. But this works with the Cascade, though, as well, right? Yeah. I guess I don't need that then anymore. Like Ether Coil versus Echoing Wind, I'd rather have the Echoing Wind. And then swap those round, so I put a 4 in there, I can advantage it a bit more. Rather than gain the static. We'll try this out. We'll do against an elite as well. Lose 2 spells, choose to gain an artifact. Add 2 spells to lose. Against my better judgment. Enemy death. On shift gain fury. Each turn +1 nope. Every 20 get an extra die. Every 12 spells cast. Reroll all high die to higher value. Each turn gain 1 power and receives 1 sap. Yeah, I'll take that. Some power scaling would be nice. The damn shield. Yeah, so like here, you put 3 in there, which that gave me more of the static as well, plus the fact that if I had a 4 or something, I could have got the Cascade effect. We do this again. This now applies to Galvanic Fling. Deals damage. I get the armor from this. Now we apply more bad stuff to them. Do that. Use this again. deal damage and repeat it. And then use the prickly air. Like, they're already up to 11 conduit. Maybe if I'll take bindings, the thing I need to remove then. Huh. Interesting. Use this first. I'll take the faded, it's fine. So 1. Before we do that though, 2 goes there. That also goes there. We get 9 armor. Then we use this. What does faded do? Oh, no charge return for 1 turn. Fair enough. I keep forgetting what some of these spells actually do. It's a nightmare for me. So gain like that, which is quite a lot, and then shove the 1 in there to gain the defense. 15 is 25. Just applied the static, which deals damage. Could have probably killed them for attacking, but I'm like, eh. Why would I do such a thing? This is a lot better build. This is a lot better. Voltaic Binding might be the thing we get rid of then. Maybe. Jolt. Interesting. I'll pick that up, actually. It's kind of better than this. You can also put the repeats on it as well. That having more charges is probably very useful, so we'll do that first. So, I'm going to keep the fling, because I feel like that's just slightly better. Go here, take 41 here, receive Catalysm. We can choose gain a ritual, take 15 damage to get a rune, or lose the Everguard. No. Do all of those. Yes, none of those are actually worth it. We'll take the artifact. Gain 1 power. Every 2 attack spells apply 1 weak. Every 10th spell dealing damage applies 1 conduit 2 targets. When aligned, spell is triggered, gain 2 block. And on 6, give me 15 defense to start every battle. Actually quite good. Like, I'd rather have the defense here, right? Because that will stay with me as well, that's the other thing. It does count towards this, though, which is a bit annoying. Wish it didn't, but... Hey, players cannot be choosers. Do that. Yes, take you out, because you gain Fury and stuff, which is not good for my build. I don't have a 4. I don't have a 3. I have 2s and 1s. I have 4 here. That's good. We'll do that then. Look at all that defense setup I've got. Actually, don't just do that. There we go. Now I get an extra die next turn. This is a 1. I love it when that happens. And I get the defense as well. That's brilliant. We'll attack you then. I have a 4. Do I have a 3? I have a 3, so I'll put the 3 in there. That's just better at that point. That 2 can go in there then. Really? 2 minus 2? Because I don't want to do that. I guess I'll take the 1, because the 1 is still useful to get me extra die for the next turn. Can't use 6s or stuff, so that's very annoying. I guess I'm passing. This is, I think the defense upgrade on this is too good. Like, I had to do it. So, put the 5 in there first, see what happens. Do it again. We do get a 3. Deal damage there. Use that. Do that again. I do not have a 3 or a 4 anymore, so that's not a good idea. So I guess we'll just gain a good amount of armor. Put the 5 in there, steal the damage there. And do that again. And do that again. So at least get the kill there, and then we'll gain armor to stop me taking too much damage this turn. Oh yeah, that's taking hits, that's why. I forgot. I completely forgot the main effect of one of the enemies. You know, because I'm completely smart about this sort of stuff. You got barrier on you, right? We're just gonna kill this guy then. Yeah, I think this needs to go. It's the only thing I don't like, and I need something that I can actually like put 6s and stuff into and repeat. Because everything else will get, they always get applied anyway. Yeah, take the guarded on there. Gain armor, gain the armor. Set that up, and I guess we'll just do it, because it's still damage, right? You just gotta wait until the conduit guy kicks in, they just die from it. Eventually. Deal damage, deal damage. Do it again. Gain some armor. Gain some armor to die. Yeah, keep giving your spell spell mirror. I'm really happy about that. I'm just not gonna hit them. Nice, but I need to hit them now, so we'll, oh, I was gonna do that. Terrible. Finally, I might get a chance to actually do some damage without killing myself. Put that in the wrong place. Fair enough. Oh well. I got all quiet. I'm getting tired now. You know, a video that was only meant to be short is now taking a lot longer than I thought it would be. For 1, gain that. Gale Guard. That could be good. Extra defense, why not? Nah, we swap that over for this. I think the Jolt is a lot more interesting as well. And apply marked, lifesteal. Throw that away, apply that one, and yeah, let's go. We'll heal up, we'll do all sorts of cool things. Let's face the boss. Good thing it's a one-person boss, so we can like stack all my statuses on there, and I don't actually get any benefit from some of the stuff I picked up, but that's not what we moan about. Okay, we've got a 3. So we apply this in there. The 1 can go and deal damage. Get defense again. We do that for the attack, and we trigger this. Do that again. Put the 1 in there for defense, and because I want to gain 2 die for next turn. I guess we could get the benefit of this, actually. You applied broken to my spells. I feel cheated. We'll do this. I guess we'll roll this. See what happens. Got a 1. And a 3. Put that in there then. Cool. I'm going to do this just so I can trigger that to get 2 die next turn again. Do this. That triggers that as well. I get a die back. And go a 5 and a 2 to trigger that again. Put this 2 in there and apply the damage. And then gain armor. I think my armor gain is the thing that's going to save me the most. Like, Akumar is, is it, Ka? I think it's probably one of the better spells that I got currently. Put that in there, see what happens. I guess we'll do the 1 there. Check the 2 in again. Put that in there, do that. Gain as much armor as I can. Put that in there. Trigger that. Pass. We don't get the extra die though this turn, which is the scary bit. And it landed straight on that again as well. Let's deal the damage. Nice, landed pretty well then. Pretty well. Let's get the extra die. Apply that just so we can gain some and deal the damage. And deal the jolt damage. Good. At 23 conduit they are at the moment. Can we get that even higher? Or is it worth us getting it higher? I think we're just pretty much done with this build, to be honest. Like, the set isn't bad, it's not amazing, but you do just, like, have all my stuff cast itself for a little bit. I have no input in this. Do I have a 4? I do have a 4. Let's use that. And then we got a 3. And a 2. And another 2. Just getting as much armor as I can now. Sorry, I hit my mic. Moving into the last phase. Just so we never need to worry about it. No extra die for the next turn. That's going to be annoying. Deal damage on. Don't need to worry about defense because we've already got that set up, so deal more damage for the kill. Roll total 30,000 die. That's hilarious. Yeah, and that's every setup done with this character as well. Not bad at all. I do like the double gale, like the duple gale. Dopal gale? But yeah, I do like it because it just duplicates die, and then when you get like other ways to duplicate stuff, like Dark Mirage, like it becomes dumb and stupid. And I like that. That's what I do, right? I do dumb and stupid stuff all the time. Again, if you do enjoy videos like this, do leave a like, subscribe to see more, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.